Hello guys, it's the Crypto Cowboy. We are on Saturday morning here about 8:30 Chicago time on the 15th of February, and I'm going to run you to begin things with a few longer term counts on Bitcoin, and then we'll go a little bit closer and dive into some smaller time frame counts. But I wanted to start with a longer frame because I wanted to just kind of get a better view of where we are and where we're about to go here in Bitcoin. And I've done, I think, a longer term maybe a couple of months ago in one of my videos. I would have to go back and check, but I'm just kind of want to refresh everybody's memory, including mine, about where we are. So I've kind of cleaned up some counts and come up with a few alternatives here. All right, so let's get right into it. I'm going to start with with this orange count, and basically this one, it's a pretty simple basic structure that says that we have completed a wave one from the lows in green. We have pulled back in a second wave here, so we went up to about $35, pulled back to $1 or $2, and then we're in the middle of this third wave green progression into the price of Bitcoin. That should take us ideally about 157,000 into the price of Bitcoin. So if you look at the subdivisions here, we need 5 waves within this third wave green. And this would mean that we've done a first wave 1 up in orange, second, 3, 4, and we need a 5th wave up. And a common relationship here where you have a pretty standard third wave advance, that you can see it's kind of similar to wave 1. Now we can get an extended 5th wave and we can go much higher, but I just want to stay pretty conservative here and just say because I'm actually watching this third wave at about 161.8 multiple of distance traveled in this wave 1, so that comes at about 157,000. Right, and we would definitely now need to start developing this 5th wave in orange in a 5-wave progression. So we have already wave 1 up, we did wave 2, and we're in the middle of starting this third wave up, and a 4 and a 5 to reach these levels, conservatively, possibly, by the middle of the next year. All right. So this is, or the end of next year. So this is one way to look at things. Now pay attention to this wave 4, because up here, this wave 4 in orange compared with this wave 2, they're pretty equal, which is perfectly fine. But this wave 4 can also extend a little bit longer to the right and become a triangle. And the way that happens is this is probably a wave A, this is a B, we've done already a C down, we're doing a D, you have another E, and then you shoot back up higher. All right, so it would be something like, I'm just going to draw it on the chart, or this is a wave A. All right, this is a wave B. Okay, we're doing a C down, D and E, and then we go back up higher. All right, so we got to be prepared for this wave count to take fruition and then possibly come back below 6,000, to finish a C wave, but not lower than $3,000. So we need to stay above this for this to be a triangle. But if you just look at the larger picture, and this is a monthly chart, this is an extremely viable count that could actually happen. So I don't want to dismiss it, okay? Now, if we break above this 14,000 high that we've done in June 2019, then chances are that things are going to actually accelerate and we will be able to secure a wave 4 low into 3,000 and then move back up higher, okay? But until then, I want to keep this in the back of my mind, just kind of looking at it, okay? So quickly now go back to this black count, and this one basically says that, we are about, we're in a finished progression where we still have this as a wave 4, but as a larger structure, we're going to be completing 5 waves up. So if you look at this, this is an extended first wave where you go in a 1, 2, 3, 4, triangle 4 here, 5, when you have a wave 1. Then you have a wave 2 in an ABC, and then you do this large third, okay, that's smaller than 1. You pull back into the 38.2% in a wave 4, and we're in the middle of this wave 5. So this one, kind of points, because when you have an extended first wave, a pretty decent target for a 5th wave in green would be the distance traveled between wave 5s and wave 3. So you start down here at $140, and then you go all the way to the to the top of the fifth wave. So it's 5 plus 3 versus 1. At 618 would be at about 112,000. So pretty similar with the previous target that we've had in the other count into this orange count, okay? Well, this one was a 157, but what's a few $1,000 between friends, okay? So this would be kind of an ideal target for a fifth wave in case of this count pans out. All right, and this one says also that we have a wave 1 orange, we have a wave 2, and then we're in the middle of building this third wave move followed by a fourth and a fifth down into the 100,000 area. All right, so if you're not confused just yet, let me walk you. So both these counts are actually saying that we are about to embark higher. Now the difference is that this second wave, this is a second wave, and in the other count, this is actually, could be part of a fourth wave, like I just quickly explained before. All right, but this could also be a 1, 2, just like in this count. All right, so the confirmation comes if we break above this 14,000 zone. All right, now let me take you to the white count, which is a little bit different, and it's a little bit more bullish and takes a little bit more time before we actually finish the larger structure. Okay, and this one, shoots up higher, possibly above a million. But this one, will take, way longer. We're talking, 2030 or something like that, right? So maybe another 10 years down the road. So this one has a 1, 2, okay, and we're in the middle of building up this third wave again, okay, where we have this targets in a 1, 6, 1, 8 that are similar with the previous ones, but you have a 1, 2, and then you've done 1, 2, 1, 2, sharp up rise in a wave 3 blue, 4, and we're in the middle of this 5 wave blue. Now for this one, you would see up here, to reach equality 5v1, so this 5 wave blue compared with this 1 wave blue would reach equality about 24,000. That would be for me a minimal expectation for this fifth wave, right? So still bullish into the highs, but that could create a completion of this wave 3, okay, orange. And if you look at this wave 3 orange, 100% distance traveled in this 3 orange compared with 5 orange comes at about 57,000. So anywhere between 24 and 57,000 for a third wave orange should be pretty fine, and then pull back in a fourth wave orange, and then go back up higher in a wave 5 towards 200,000, where we would meet the criteria for a fifth wave, then pull back in 4 and then go back up higher. All right, so this one still says that we are embarking in a 1, 2, and then we're doing a 3, 4, and 5, let's say towards 24,000 or towards 57,000. All right, so still a bullish count. Now here is the tricky part, okay? And if you're a bull, you might not like this, but I need to put this on your radar. So this is another count that I have, and it's just basically put it here a primary, but it's not, obviously. So this one says that we have a completed progression where we have a 1, 2, we have a 3, 4, and then we have a 5, and then we're done. Okay, in this first advance into the price of Bitcoin to 20,000. Now here is what needs to happen for this to become corrective. You've done a wave W down because this is an A, triangle B down in C, and you completed W. Now, is this the X wave? Okay, for me it's a little bit of a problem because this looks like an impulsive 5 wave move, and an X wave, they need to be in 3 waves. Okay, so if it's not an X wave and we need to make a new high above 14,000 to satisfy the requirement for an X wave, so we need to take 14,000 just by a little bit. Okay, you can go 15, you can go 16,000, stay below 20, and do an X wave, okay, and then come back down and do a Y wave, which means that we need a progression down in an A, B, and C, and that would bring a Bitcoin to about 1,500. Okay, and that is at a minimum 2336 if you would have a wave X at those highs. Okay, but let's say that we secured this wave X here and it's done and we're actually moving lower. All right, you would be still at about 2200, where waves Y would equal wave W. Okay, I'm not really happy with this count because of this advance into this wave X, so I wanted to see another high before I would secure something like that. All right, and then also you can look at the move down here. That's why if you secured this wave X here, the move down, it's not impulsive, it's corrective. So for me to create the first wave A of a wave, remember wave Y's are also an ABC. So this would have to be a wave A, you would have to have a wave B, and you would have to have a wave C. But this move up here, it's not impulsive. So I can count it as a wave 1 of A. So you would have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's how you read it, because this move up here is corrective. So I wanted to see still near-term price of Bitcoin go above 15,000. Okay, and then if this count is correct, then we need to impulsively move lower. If this doesn't happen, and we start breaking up higher, obviously if you go above 20,000 and you can still climb up here, then you're looking at the other bullish counts where the price of Bitcoin will go much higher towards 50,000. All right, so no drama, okay, and no excitement, just pure Elliott wave analysis that can tell us what could happen. All right, so it's a matter of managing your risk in these situations. All right, so I think I've kind of covered my objectives for a longer term count, and now I wanted to take a look at the smaller time frames. All right, so as you remember, we're looking bullish, so that is my kind of preferred interpretation. And if this is a wave 1 and this is a wave 2, then we are in the middle of building the third wave up, as I was talking about. And on this green count, what we have is we have the first wave of this third wave blue advance about to be completed. All right, and that would mean that our first progression as at 5 waves would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is a 5th wave green. That this wave calls completed or close to completion. All right, now I'm not going to rush to call this completed before we start breaking down below 9,700. Okay, that's my first indication that we have found a top into this wave 5. Now, in terms of value wave counting, we have met the requirements. We have an extended first, 2, 3 is smaller than 1, 5 is smaller than 3. There's no ending diagonal. There's nothing like that. It's just a pure Elliott wave structure, nice motive wave, and we should be completed. If we break back below this 9,700, I will have more inclination to say that we are. I continue to remain bullish. Okay, so this is me saying that this is not a top, and I'm not calling that. Okay, because you still have a higher highs and higher lows progression, and that's why I want to see the break below wave 4. We break that progression. Okay, and then we can start thinking about, okay, there is possibility here that we start having a correction in a wave A, in a wave B, in a wave C for a second wave. This would be 1, and then we can break back higher. You would have a 1, 2, and then that's part of a larger wave third. Okay, but until this happens, there's no calling a top. It's just a wave count. Okay, that's what we got to remember. Right, now if I go to this count, the blue count is it's a similar interpretation here that allows for wave 5 to go a little bit higher, but I'm not really happy with the the distance that would have to be traveled in a wave 5 compared with this wave 1 and wave 3. We would have to stay below 11,000 for this wave count in 5 to be completed and be shorter than wave 1. Otherwise, wave 3 would be the shortest wave. So it's still a possible count. Wave 3 would have to be smaller, and 5 would have to be smaller as well. So I'm I can allow a move up to, let's say, 10,900, something like that, and then you watch for signs for reversal lower. So that's kind of what this blue count would say. But then the red count, it's extremely bullish, and this one, you might hate me for this, but this one has got a bunch of 1-2s, 1-2s, and 1-2s, and this one screams higher, as the market is already done a 1-2 up here, and we're basically looking to pass 12, 14, 15,000 and go much higher. All right, but this one needs to show me, maybe at the beginning of the week, Monday, Tuesday, no later than that we're actually doing an explosion up and we're embarking in this wave count. All right, so for this one, one of the clues would be not to come again below 9,700, because you can still have another 1-2 build up here as a flat, but I don't want it to come below 9,700 in this wave count. All right, and I think even that it's a little bit of a stretch, because then wave 2 blue would start to be a little bit larger than wave 2 orange, and we're breaking some smaller degree invalidation rules, kind of the right look. All right, and then let me take you to a cleaner count, which is my pin count, where this one actually says that we have a 1, 2, where we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 completed move. This one is a pretty clean count, very shallow pullback in a wave 2. We retest the trend line, then we pull back up here, and now we're actually in the middle of this third wave. A minimum projection for this wave third would be 11,700, where wave 3 orange would equal wave 1 orange, and an ideal target would be 14,550. We would make that requirement in the 161.8 multiple traveled into this wave 1 orange, and then we would pull back in a 4 and a 5 to complete a larger sequence in wave 1. All right, so this would be a whole sequence, wave 1. Then we pull back in 3 waves, and then we embark back up higher. All right, so this is kind of the look that I have down here. And in this wave, you can subdivide it and just go, okay, you've done wave 1 first. Okay, you've done it 2. And now you're in the middle of a third wave up. And then you'll do a 4 and a 5th, okay, or larger, a 4th and a 5th into the 618, and then a 4 orange, and then the 5th orange. All right. So I've run you pretty much to my counts here, and you can see how I'm looking at it, and you know what I like and what I don't like about the counts here. I'm going to take you to a little bit of the candles, and you know we've terminated the previous month of January with a pretty bullish candle. We've broken above the trend line. You can clearly see the move down here is corrective. The candles are small and they're a little, bouncing up and down. And now we're in the month of February, and I wanted to see, I've said that in one of my previous videos, I wanted to see this candle actually go much bigger than what it is right now to give me more confidence that the continuation it's actually valid. So we are in the middle of February. We have 2 more weeks, and within these 2 weeks I want this candle to be higher. So if possible to close anywhere above $12,000, 13,000, even take up the highs here as a bullish candle, that would be a bigger indication that we're actually embarking much higher. If these candles remain small and we pull back here and we're ending the month anywhere above 10,000, slightly up there, then I would have to start worried that we might pull back, either have a wave 1 complete and we're pulling back in a 2, or something else is going on, and we'll deal with that then. But this is basically the way I'm reading this. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this content. And listen, I've opened my premium room. We've got guys there. We take nice trades. I've explained things up there through daily videos exactly how I explain it here. We look at smaller time frames. We have a process where we look at wave counts. We have exact entries and projected targets for exits. So if you want to learn how to trade the wave counts, and if you want to learn how to decipher Elliott wave, give us a try and come up there, and you'll get your money's worth, I promise you, because you will learn a whole lot, and you will take a baggage of experience with you. Even if you spend 3-4 months with us, whatever it is, you'll be pleased, because you will learn how to dive down and have no drama and no emotion when you look at the wave counts. Okay, so if you like the content, hit the thumbs up button so I can rise up in the YouTube content, and then subscribe to the channel and come visit us in the room. The links are below, and any questions, leave them below. If you guys have any comments, below the video, and I wish you a good trading week, and I'll see you next week. Thanks, bye.